What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to a FIFA 14 video. This is exclusively Ultimate Team. You may well have seen this in the sub boxes of some other YouTubers that you like and you may well have seen their opinions on this, but I'm going to be giving you guys my opinion on the new FIFA 14 stuff. I was fortunate enough for EA to invite me down to Guildford last week and actually see this stuff firsthand and see how it works and talk to the producer of FIFA Ultimate Team, Marcel, who I spoke to last year in Germany as well, and he has as much love for FUT as anyone out there. He really cares about the game and he cares about what the people think, and fortunately for us, a lot of things that me and you guys have discussed have actually been implemented into FIFA Ultimate Team 14, which is exciting. So we're going to talk about that in a second, but the first thing I want to talk about is this screen that you're looking at now, the very first screen that you're going to be seeing here. It's awesome. It's so much more similar to career mode, I guess, in FIFA 13 screen, but it offers so much more information just straight off the top of the bat. Like, they've changed the style around. They've put on the top left now, you've got the coins, the FIFA points and the record. In the top right hand corner you've got your EA Sports FC points and your coins to spend. You've got like your logo, your name, and in the bottom right hand corner there you've got the FIFA 14 Ultimate Team. So on that main screen you've got, I guess this is this is indeed the search engine for players, basically, how you're going to find players, and you could search for minimum price, minimums, buy now, things like that. And I want to talk about that first, guys, because they've actually overhauled the entire system for how you search about things. You can now search for players, guys, with their name, which is humongous. You can also do a lot of extra things that I can't show you here, but I can tell you about, where like actually I can't show you because I can't move the page or anything, but you can see the chemistry style in the top right. We're going to talk about that a little bit more in detail in a second, but as you can see with the chemistry style, what that is you can change your players' abilities with these chemistry style cards, and they look really, really good and really enjoyable, and I can't wait to get to use them, and I can't wait to show you guys. But what we have here looks great. It looks clean, it looks fresh. For me, it looks so much better already than FIFA 13. Some people disagree, some people agree, but it'd be awesome to know what you guys think in the comment section. But we're going to move on to the second part now, which is how the cards look. So let's get into that. So the first thing to note, guys, is the cards look remarkably different. The rares are kind of a weird shield shape. The non-rares are a bit of a different shield shape, but for me they actually look really tidy, really nice. It makes a change from the regular block card that you're used to seeing. And from what a few of the guys from EA tell me, that the inform cards actually look really, really nice. Also, looking at this screen, guys, you can see that the manager on the right hand side now has an extra thing with him. So he's got the Italian league, he is indeed a manager, and he has Italy 1 underneath him, which means the managers now have leagues available to them for chemistry as well. So if you build a BPL team, you could get a foreign manager and put the BPL card on him, and he will get even more chemistry for your team because he is a BPL manager, which is awesome. One other thing to note here, guys, that you may have noticed, obviously you would have heard this from other people most likely by now, is there is no more formations in FIFA Ultimate Team. How awesome is that? You no longer do you going to have to spend crazy amounts of coins on 4-3-3 cards or 4-1-2-1-2 cards. Every player suits every formation. So in FIFA 13, we, like you and I, we asked for the ability to perhaps have 2 formations for a player. You know, maybe you can apply 2 formation cards to them and they both stick. What EA have done, if they've completely ridded formations, which I think is awesome. Of course, positions are still there. You're still going to have to buy the position cards, but formations are gone. Fantastic, absolutely love that. Next thing I want to talk about is actually the chemistry system itself and the chemistry styles and the loyalty, which again you'll see from this screenshot and the next screenshot on your screen. So you see on these player cards, they've got the chevrons. On the left hand side on this screen, you see the shooting and the heading is increased by 3 chevrons. That is a player style. So every position has many different player styles, and each player style increases different attributes depending on which player style you want. You can see by here, like, we can't really guarantee what they exactly mean, but the striker, for example, Miroslav Klose, he has fin there, that's a finisher. That improves shooting and heading. You can see that by the chevrons on the actual card. Awesome. It means that you could have 2 identical teams, but they could all have different player styles on them, and you could actually have 2 identical teams that play ridiculously different based on your play style. It will really enhance the way that you play foot. If you've got one of those players that you love but he's just not quite fast enough, so you go for somebody that you don't love quite as much, well, now you can change that, where you can put a pace player style on them. And the pace one will probably be abused a bit, you know, that's something that people are probably going to be screaming and shouting about straight away. But you know, that's foot for you. That's going to be FIFA for you. But that's an exciting style. And the other thing we've got to do with chemistry is loyalty. Now, once again, this is something that we talked about a long time ago with progressive chemistry. Now, there is, in a sense, progressive chemistry in here. But if you guys get a player in a pack, they are instantly loyal to your club, which means they get 1 chemistry point instantly. If you buy a player from the trade pile, they then need to achieve 10 games with your club to earn that loyalty point, to get that chemistry point. So there is, in a sense, progressive chemistry. For me, it's moving in the right direction. I'm excited to use the loyalty system, and hopefully you guys are as well. But let's take a look at the next screenshot and look a little bit more in detail about the player styles and the chevrons. So as we take a look at this screen, guys, you can see there are many different variations that you can achieve. And not only that, but you can also have some player styles where there are indeed 3 attributes increased, but they only get increased by 2 chevrons rather than 3 chevrons. So the goalkeeper, for example, has got diving, handling, and kicking improved. Now, you might have an insane keeper that you love, maybe like Manuel Neuer, right? Maybe he's really good for you, but his handling is always poor. Well, now you can improve his handling, and bang, you've got yourself the ideal goalkeeper that you're going to be using in FIFA Ultimate Team. I also like the fact that they give different names to each position, and the fact that, like, there's some crazy ones there that you wouldn't necessarily think to put on a player. For example, the striker there, the ground striker, I assume the GRD stands for ground, he's got dribbling and defense. Now, defense isn't necessarily something that you might put on a striker, but if you're the sort of player that likes to play quite defensively, or maybe you concede a lot of goals from corners and free kicks, if you put that defensive attribute on your striker, he might be there for you to head the ball away from the corners, from the free kicks. You know, it could actually work out pretty well from you, just because his defensive abilities are a little bit better. If you're the sort of team that, you know, if you struggle with defense, you can increase your defensive abilities throughout your team, and bang, you're going to be playing a hell of a lot better. Now, guys, for some of the best news that you are likely to hear from Ultimate Team this year. Number 1, you can change the kit numbers on your players. As you can see on the screen right now, Vincent Kompany there has been selected. You can change his kit number. I'm not sure if this just ranges between 1 and 22, because that's how many players you can get on the field, or if that will go up to like 99, which is what I thought would have happened, but sometimes you never know. This is a huge thing. Not only can you change the kit numbers, but you can also assign set pieces, penalties, captain as well to your team. So I don't know what difference a captain makes, probably none at all, but you can now pre-assign your set piece takers, your corner takers, your penalty takers, your long and short free kick takers before you go into a game, so you never have to have that issue where your right back is taking your free kicks when you want your striker to be the default player. You can now change that yourself, which is fantastic. The other 2 bits of news I've got for you guys, which is going to be crazy good for you, and I know you already know about them. Number 1, single matches are back. How awesome is that? You guys are going to love it. You guys have been calling out for single matches. The only thing I worry about with you guys is this, right? A lot of people wanted single matches back because they love to cherry pick opponents. They love to see that the opponent that's got poor chemistry, low star rating, they know they're going to dick on them. If EA have brought single matches back but they don't allow you to see that information, I think a lot of people might be unhappy. But I'm very happy that you guys have cried out for single matches to be back, and here they are back. The other thing that I think is awesome is that there are now 10 seasons in FIFA Ultimate Team. So I asked for 10 seasons. I also asked for a prestige system where you can go back into Division 10. That's not there, maybe for next year, but there are indeed 10 seasons in FIFA Ultimate Team, and it's just awesome. It's exciting news. It's very good. I can't wait. Like, the golfing class between hopefully sort of 1, 2 and 3 isn't going to be huge like it is right now. You know, for me, like, Division 2 right now in foot is easy, Division 1 is very tough. Hopefully there's actually a nice kind of balance between the divisions, so the more you get, you know, the higher you get, the progressively harder it gets, but there's not like Division 10 to 2 are really easy and Division 1 is really difficult. I really hope that there is kind of an actual kind of bracket of ability in those. Hopefully the matchmaking systems is good. This signifies the end of the video though, guys. hopefully you guys have enjoyed this news. Hopefully you've enjoyed my take on the news. I really like what I've seen from Ultimate Team. I can't wait to get into Gamescom in a few weeks time in Germany and get my hands on FIFA 14 a bit more. I did actually play FIFA 14 whilst I was at this event. Unfortunately, I didn't play FIFA Ultimate Team. I could only play head-to-head, and I played a few games against Zerka, and a lot of the stuff that I talked about in a previous FIFA 14 video, I'll leave that link, I'll leave that as a video response if you missed that one, is awesome. The game is like 75% complete now, and the way the players run, the way it feels, the fact that you no longer need to use left trigger or L2 to do skill moves, it's just the right thumbstick now, you don't have to hold that down, is really good. The gameplay is really well. One thing I did notice were that finesse shots were very strong this time around, like very strong. I scored a weak foot finesse shot with Danny Welbeck against Zerka from around 35 yards. I'm hoping that EA tweak that before the final game is released, because I think that could be something that might ruin a lot of people's experience if they don't kind of figure that out and find a decent balance between it. But yeah, the gameplay was great, guys. I'm really excited for FIFA Ultimate Team 2014. I can't wait till I can actually get my hands on some footage to show you guys how it works, rather than these screenshots and talking about it, because it's not always the easiest to get it across. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will be hopefully getting my hands on exclusive FIFA Ultimate Team 14 content before most other people in the community. So stick around, subscribe to me if that's what you're in here for. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace!